Gonna have an intro even?
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with...
I hate Mercury retrograde, Oberon.
And me, Banshee, and he beat me to it. I was going to say, welcome to the Mercury retrograde crazy train.
Welcome all one of you out there. Mystic Enchantress, are you new to us? Gee, Violet's not even there.
Well, because I
There she
just
is.
told her we were trying to get it started. I told her there'd be a big delay, and then suddenly there was none. Sue me.
First there is a mountain, then there is no mountain.
Mystic
there is-
Enchantress, hello. All right, let's see. But we are going to have, now Mystic, you did come in first, and you will be our first regular reading, but we have a birthday reading today, and we always do our birthday readings first because they're a special reading. So we're going to rattle that off, and you will be right after that.
Oh, and here's our mascot. Hello there, Sunny.
Foxy Empress is here. I'm going to write the list. Kritika.
Well, Mr. O is having a bad Mercury retrograde getting the studio set up and going, so I apologize if I appear angry, but I'm not negative. I'm just angry.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, we also start off with the card for the collective, so let's do that. Let's get this show rolling so we can get the birthday reading in. And it's from the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle, because Mabon is coming.
Hurry, is it here yet?
I wish. Hey. Keep that tail there. Nope. Tail not allowed. I'm going to have you pick one randomly because I can't shuffle them well.
Nice try, Violet.
All right. Autumn equinox. How ironic that. Thank you.
And that's number 31. No, 3.
3. Yeah. Well, the keywords for autumn equinox are temperance, balance, and renewal. No surprise there. It's a balance of light and dark, heading into the dark season. Your higher self chose this card because the autumn equinox is a wonderful time to consider where you might be experiencing imbalance within your life. Are there ways you're living to the extreme? Are there areas in your life that have been overlooked or perhaps forgotten about it entirely? Typically, things such as spa days, time off, more rest, and more time spent with friends are the first thing put on the back burner. But it can just as easily be creative expression, having new experiences, cleaning your space, forgetting to pay a bill, or even being your best self at work. I forgot to pay a bill recently. It's done though. If you've been in a period of extreme action, now is a good time to begin entering a phase of rest, renewal, and passiveness. Attempting to force your way forward may actually be the reason why you're not receiving the results you're hoping for. Likewise, if you have felt stagnant or are falling victim to the extremes of laziness, receiving this card is your sign to renew your motivation to prevent anything else from falling through the cracks. Balance is not just related to physical action. Balance of the mind is also a worthwhile cause. Consider whether you're experiencing a period of pessimism and can use a more joyful outlook on life. The opposite might also be true, as you using positive thinking and speech to bypass what you're truly feeling. So, extremes, see where in your life there is imbalances. Focus on balance and harmonizing, your life once more. And by all means, we tend to forget about our own needs and ourselves. We're busy with our day-to-day lives and work, etc. You need some downtime too. Make sure you get some. This is the end of summer, so be sure to enjoy the final days before fall hits in. Any comments?
No.
Okay, Mercury boy. So that's what we have for the collective. Good luck with that. And we are going to move on to
the birthday
the
spread.
birthday girl, Lilith. She may or may not be here, but we told her we would do her reading at the beginning of this show. And anybody, when your birthday comes up, if you let us know in advance, we'll set up a time, a show for you to do that reading. I'll use my deck this time, Mr. O. I'm going to grab my Unfolding Path Tarot for this. And let's get it going. You've got the birthday spread up there. Thank you. These cards are very slippery. They don't want to stand, and I don't know what to do about them. They're going to fall. So do be careful. Don't bump the table. I can't shuffle there. See, that's the problem. Unless I move them. Boy, Sonny, there's just no hope with you here. I love my cat, but well, this is our first Thursday show since our break last week. So let's start it off with a bang with a birthday reading for Lilith. Mr. O, you want to read that first question?
Yes. Question 1. The gift you received last year that you can use to make the most out of this year.
Well, we have the Five of Cups reversed. Kind of like that for this. I think, Lilith, maybe the gift from last year is you have learned to walk away from your disappointments, from things that maybe have not worked out right for you, whether it's relationships, whether it's something at the workplace, whether it's, personal goals, ambitions, and projects. You're able to walk away not to, maybe feeling a little sorrow, but ready to move on to better opportunities, not allowing those disappointments to bog you down or set you back on your path.
It is also possible that maybe you have temporarily forgotten this gift, or that in other ways you haven't totally realized it's there. And I think this is also a sign that you will have further realization of that. It's even possible that maybe there's somebody who comes back into your life who will sort of epitomize what that gift is, or will help you realize that gift.
Card 2.
The gift of the present moment.
Wow, it's the Knight of Pentacles. Hey, looks like things might be moving, in the present moment, perhaps in your job, career, or financial sector. It looks as though maybe you are putting yourself on a path towards better financial days, towards better material conditions, towards better conditions at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be a career shift. It could be a shift in the way you're getting your work done. Maybe you found ways to be more productive. Maybe you found ways to streamline policies and procedures so you have less stress. Whatever the case may be, better times are ahead.
So that's the Knight, right?
Yeah.
So the gift of the present moment too is maybe a sense of how to pace yourself, how to meter yourself, how to not necessarily plow quickly towards the goal, but take time to consider all those steps you need, and also too what you are leaving behind you as you move ahead. There may be things there that you will take with you, but you're also sort of subtly planting them behind you to further create this condition.
Card 3. Ooh.
The gift from your connections with others in this next year. And maybe there's a lot of change afoot here. The gift from others maybe is really understanding that change is so vital, and that is really going to be something you can just key into, that maybe now is the time for you to realize through your connections that you can realize the great changes in your life you want. Sometimes that means something else has to end, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're about changing.
And that is the Death card, upright. And so, it just seems as though in your interpersonal relations, the gift you're receiving from others is, the gift of change. Perhaps you'll be shifting some of your alliances. Perhaps you'll be shifting, moving towards a different group of people. Or even maybe more likely that, things are changing in the way you are relating to your friends and others, in your tribe. And this is all healthy. Whatever this change is, it's something that's necessary and needed for growth. So I don't think it's anything negative here. It's not like you're showing people, kicking them out, showing them the door necessarily. But it's a matter of making changes that will make everything feel better.
Card 4, the gift that will help you work on or achieve or move forward on those dreams or goals.
And it's the Four of Pentacles upright. Hey, that's a pretty good one here, because you know what? The gift that will help you achieve them is to truly hold it close. In other words, why not give your dreams, your goals this year, the attention they deserve? Don't just ignore them in the shadows there. Don't just let them collect dust. This is holding them close and secure and working on them.
I think it's also about just really knowing how much you need to hold on to all of those resources or skills or things that are going to help you. That it's
right.
About really realizing that there is a place for them, and that you have to order them to some degree so that they are accessible to you when you actually need it.
Nice and complimentary, Mr. O. Card 5.
The gift from your spirit guides or ancestors, or what do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year?
Oh, it's the Six of Cups reversed. And I think the gift from your ancestors is to basically be, I think your ancestors want you to not feel, the past hurts, to let go of the experiences from your past that may have been hurtful, that may have been harmful. We don't want to live in the past forever, especially if the past has been painful. And your spirit guides and your ancestors want to guide you into, a present that isn't burdened by past sorrows. Maybe that kind of ties in a sense to the Five of Cups there.
The gift of your ancestors or spirit guides is to let go of regrets. Let go of things that maybe are just going to distract you from your goals. That may be the biggest thing the ancestors realize, because they see all parts of your past, and your spirit guides may see many parts of your future. They want you to not necessarily repeat those things, and maybe at this time what they're saying is to let it go, let it go.
Nice.
Card 6. The gift this year will ultimately give to you. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth? Somebody just subscribed. Thank you.
Yay! Oh, I see it. LSQ 808. Thank you, LSQ.
Thank you for subscribing.
Hi, Tidal Wave.
Hi, Tidal Wave. Kind of distracted me there. I get so excited when that happens.
Nice. Well, the gift that you will receive is the Hanged. They just call this one the Hanged reversed. It's the Hanged Man.
Well, maybe it's meaning that you won't necessarily have to give up or sacrifice all the things you might have expected. That the gift of this moment is realizing you can figure out the balance. And you know, when you're a hanged person, you are very aware of the balance, perhaps.
The gift is coming down from a sense of feeling hung up. You know, this year, the gift of this year is basically, you know, things are moving for you this year, I feel. And you don't feel so hung up anymore or stuck by maybe circumstances like that five of, cups from the previous year. So it just seems to me that things are moving in a more positive direction. And as Mr. O aptly said,
Okay.
you know, this is a time where you don't have to make, so many sacrifices anymore. That really, maybe this is a year you can live it up a little. And I feel that here, if we just quickly recap, it's letting go of past sorrows and disappointments. And are you running off?
Just take it.
Okay. Past sorrows, disappointments, and not allowing them to phase you as you enter this new cycle, this new year. And you're on a roll, with your finances and with your job, with your career. It just seems as though things are looking up. As Mr. O said earlier, you might be pacing yourself better, which means to me maybe you're streamlining some procedures and making things work better for you. There could be some raises or some bonuses coming your way, or better financial conditions. With your interpersonal relations, there's change afoot, but it's all good. It's positive. Maybe you and your friends are going to be exploring new things together. It all looks really, really good there and growthful. And finally, well, not finally, working on your goals and your dreams for this year, hold them tight. Make sure they get the attention they deserve. Don't always be doing things for others. You need to focus on your aims, your goals, your dreams. And I think you said something about that I forgot. Oh, having the resources and
Right.
things that you need.
And keeping them close.
Yes. And then...
And respecting their value.
And respecting their value. Thank you. Thank you. And so here for your ancestors, they don't want you to hold on to any kinds of difficult, painful situations from your past. They want you to heal. They want to help you in that regard.
All right.
And finally, do you want to end it?
No, I'll let you.
Don't forget, with the end of, when all is said and done, it seems like this is a year to live it up. You won't have to make as many personal sacrifices. You'll be able to, not feel so hung up by circumstances in life. Things are going to be moving in a positive direction for you, Lilith. Happy birthday, and
birthday, Lilith.
Good luck with that. And remember, you can always come back and revisit this reading, as it'll be on our site, archived.
And you know that look that people get sometimes when, like, they're thinking, oh, I left the iron on at home? I know, who does iron anymore? Well, Mr. O had to get up because he forgot he had some tea steeping in the other room.
Oh, man.
But I have it now.
All right, let's get on to our regular readings. See, the birthday readings a little longer. We do them first. All right.
So we are on Mystic Enchantress, right?
We are indeed.
All right. And I know there was a question. Let's see if I can find that. And I can't.
Hey, Violet, if you've got it, let us see it.
It doesn't want to scroll back that far. Have we really gotten that many already? Guess so. Give us the question. Extra steeped, like me. Just ask the question again for us, Mystic.
How is a Cancer feeling about me?
Alrighty.
Got it.
And I'm going to use my Neon Tarot.
Ooh. Hey, Kira.
Thank you. I needed to see that again. Thank you, Mystic.
Well, LSQ, if you are here and you want a reading, let us know. Or if you're already here and you're somebody who's on this list, that is fine. We can add you. The list is kind of short tonight so far. I don't want to jinx it, although I probably just did. Sorry, Violet.
All right.
Mr. O likes it extra steeped.
Card 1. Okay, it's either the Three of Cups or the Empress.
Looks bent.
Yes, it bent just
Oh,
now.
no.
Because they're so papery, this one's. Is there a legend at the bottom?
No.
Then it's the Three of Cups, right?
There are definitely cups on her shoulders,
Okay.
yes.
It's the Three of Cups. Followed by a true major arcana, the Moon reversed. Look at that card, how bent it is. Crap. And then the reverse Two of Swords.
Wow, that's an interesting
What do we
reading.
got with Lenormand?
So this is about I forgot the Lenormand, didn't I? Oh, how is a Cancer feeling, right? About you.
You're fired, Violet. You have to wait for your approved break.
Whoa! Ignore the Scorpio in the room. All right.
So,
The Three of Cups upright. This is interesting with everything going on here. So how is a Cancer feeling about you? A Cancer. I think they feel pretty, I wonder here, there seems to be some good feelings. You know, maybe it's more friend-like at the moment, more casual. But there's some joy and there's some celebration here. How would you read the Three of Cups?
they
in
want
this
to
regard?
party with you.
They want to party with you. Maybe they just want to take things easy and light for now, possibly, and just enjoy the journey. I hope you guys are together, and this is not
Is
like...
this person possibly within a greater community that you're in, like it's a circle of friends, and that you know them somehow? Regardless, it just feels like there is something about you that brings a bit of joy or a feeling of wanting to celebrate. Hi, Libra, of course.
Hey, Libra.
The next card is the
Go ahead.
Moon
Yeah.
reversed, and I'm wondering if this says that maybe they're trying to discover more about you, that maybe to some degree they're intrigued with you and they really want to
Past
know more about
lovers.
you, that maybe
Oh.
they even feel there's something mysterious about you that they need to know. It may be about how, things ended, like maybe they feel like there's more to know about that, depending on what actually happened.
Well, this is interesting. The Moon is about revelations. I almost wonder here, you say there's no contact. I just can't help but wonder if the Moon is in here reversed to say that maybe, number one, either you're going to find out something about them soon through somebody else, or maybe they are going to get back in touch with you. It's possible here.
Well, this is about how they feel
Right. Well, and that's
about Mystic.
I get that. So maybe they feel they want to get back in touch with you.
Well, I feel that they want to know more. They want to find out something else, maybe leading to that. But the next card is the Two of Swords.
Yeah, what does that mean?
And it's reversed. And I think this is saying that maybe they are going to be moving in a direction. I don't know that I want to say for sure it's moving in your direction, but maybe they had been in a pause of sorts, and now maybe they feel they're coming towards you, or maybe this is how they feel about you, that maybe they feel you might be released a little bit from something, and that maybe they feel you are moving on. So it could be a sense of really saying that they really actually do think that maybe it's over, or that they're not going to be thinking about you, because this is how they feel about you. And I think they see you moving. They maybe feel you have information. It's not exactly the same as that, perhaps, but that you have information that is leading to this
I think I want to put it all together with a couple of possible scenarios here for you. The first one is that, it's possible here that they think back fondly on some of, the things you've done together. Maybe even conversation. I don't know if this was like a long distance relationship, that was just banter, or if you actually were physically together as lovers. The thing is that they feel as though they may want to reach out to you. I like what Mr. O said about wanting to know more, but maybe they want to see where you're at right now. And it's possible here that they could make a move in that direction, because that's reversed here. And the only other thing I would say is that maybe, even though they have good feelings about the past, they may have come to the realization now that things are changed and that they need to consider, where they're heading from here. And that's these two combined together. But I gotta show you these Lenormand, and I waited to the end after I saw this.
You said, wow, Mystic Enchanter. Okay, so look, it's from the Lenormand, the Ring. The Man. And it could be a man. We don't know who or what Cancer is, but this could also stand just in general for the inquirer or the other person,
This is clearly indicating that individual, whether male or female.
Yes.
And, maybe when you see the ring, you immediately think of marriage, right? Now does this mean that they have moved on and got married? I can't say for certain here, but I could also say that maybe they're making a commitment to possibly reconnecting with you. I'm not saying marriage for you necessarily, but there could be a potential here that they're coming back. It's possible too, because these are a little ambiguous, these cards, that they could be indicating that he has made a move, possibly engaged to someone else.
One way or the other.
I know.
Great, okay.
I wish I could I certainly wish I could get a bit more specific with
Mystic
this.
Enchantress, we need a little more information. You said wow and great, so we want to know how this resonates to you, perhaps, if you care to say.
But the other thing is, regardless is that maybe next time if you come back for another reading, we can ask something more specific, like, is he going to come back, or has he moved on? We can do that for you next time, so we can try that to try to clarify a little more when these cards are heading. But I'll tell you what, I would not give up hope on this person right now.
That's what it really does look like. So even if you have not been in touch in a while, it seems kind of clear that maybe you are in his thoughts, and that those thoughts are expressing an idea about you, about movement towards you, or about finding out what you're doing now. I mean, the moon reverse could just be saying they've been thinking about checking you out because they haven't been in touch in a while.
So that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us and subscribing.
Foxy Empress Aries, I believe you are up.
You're welcome, Empress Aries.
My next person from my past, or someone brand spanking new. Let's do the 2 and 2.
She said spanking.
Spank! Hey, Sonny didn't even flinch at that. Oh my gosh, the cats were so scared last night. We had the most scary thunderstorm during the middle of the night.
So what deck are you using?
I am using my Wild Tarot.
The Radiant one?
What? Radiant Wilds Tarot.
You're welcome.
For some reason, the name just did not come to me. And this is the second time that's happened. that I've been using this deck.
It must be that's a deck you're going to give me soon.
No. No.
She gives me decks she doesn't like, and then
I
usually
like
she
this
regrets
deck.
that.
Yeah, later on I do. Not all. The Princess one I've never complained about. And there's that other one, the Animal Lords. I don't think I've really...
I like those.
I know. And I was glad to give them to you.
We are quite the team, aren't we?
We crazy.
All right. Foxy Empress, let's see what's going on. Hi, Captain Barbosa.
Hey, Captain B.
I was away last week and I met a new friend who's called Aaron, but I didn't know how they pronounced it, so I asked them and they said, it's like a pirate. Aaron.
Aaron. Okay,
I'm good with that.
cute. Whoopsie. All right, the first card for the first spot, and by the way, this is from my past, is the first one. And wouldn't you know, the first card I pull?
It's the Lovers.
And on the other side, the first card for the someone else,
Tidal Wave.
for someone else is the Page of Pentacles reversed. Second card for the first one is the Four of Pentacles upright. That's come up twice now. And this other side, the Page of Cups upright. Interesting.
Okay, in Lenormand, and this is going to be kind of interesting too, the first card was the Lilies, and the second card was the Anchor. Let's put that there and there.
So are you just doing one for each instead of 2 and 2?
Well, you didn't even tell me you were doing that, or I didn't
Oh, I
hear
did.
you.
I said that. Let's do 2 and 2. I said it in the beginning.
I see.
Okay. Well, we're going to put them together as a whole for where you should go. So they should actually be here. And I'll tell you what. Clearly, I think the win, for me anyway, I don't know what Mr. O will say, is with somebody from the past.
Yeah, I think so.
And you have the Lovers here and you have the Four of Pentacles here. And I almost feel this is saying that this person is the right choice, somebody who may come back into your life, surprise, and it's a keeper. You know, the Four of Pentacles.
Well, it could also indicate that maybe they held on to the idea of being back with you.
It could very well be. But I'm saying here, the Four of Pentacles, hold them close, hold them tight. They are worth it. And also, I guess that's what it is. You know, you will value this relationship now, maybe more so than you were able to do, you know, in the past. Now let's take a look at the... Do you want to add anything there?
No, I like that.
Okay.
I think that the Lenormand kind of add more to that side too.
Well, it
maybe.
adds to what the win is. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So then on the other side, indicating somebody new, there's a reversed page. What is that?
Is that Page of Pentacles? You have to lift it up. I can't see it. I think it's the Page of Pentacles.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then, of course, the upright Page of Cups.
Well, this one, you know, this one may be, if somebody new comes into your life, they may not be that exciting to you. I mean, on some levels, they may be too flighty. You know, they may be lost in their own little world, and it's hard for you to get into that world, maybe.
I think that the gestalt between the two says that maybe they're a romantic-minded or a romantic nature, but they are kind of dragging their heels a little bit with certain things, or they're also maybe their true passion might be more about trying to figure out themselves in the sense of where they're going. The Page of Pentacles maybe has ideas towards really advancing themselves, learning things, but it's reversed, and so this may indicate a difficulty for them. And so maybe they're trying to be more passionate about other goals. And so this person, maybe in application to you, maybe it's just really saying, I'm not sure, but maybe it's saying really that you would rather stick with something you do know more so than something else if it presents the opportunity.
The Page of Pentacles can be a selfish lover, I feel. And if you combine this with, being in his own little world here, yeah, he can be romantic if he wants to, but the whole bottom line is he seems to be very selfish, self-driven, and so, he might be more of a kind of stubborn my way or the highway kind of person. Now here, I think this ties in nicely with the cards here saying, you should anchor where there is more growth potential. And it looks as though it's with this person from the past.
I think there's a little message here for you too, because the lilies are about evolving oneself or changing. And maybe this is saying you should, root yourself to the idea of your own personal evolution or working on, maturing yourself in the ways that need to happen, maybe changing attitudes that are less mature, So I'm not trying to call you out in any particular way, but I just sort of feel that focus there that just says this is about your evolution too, and you're deepening your own personality or your own attitudes. So yes, I think that you will want that.
Keep your eyes open for somebody from the past. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Or else it's Mercury retrograde.
Or else it's Mercury retrograde, I guess. All right. Pop those, and I'll take the Lenormand.
All right. You're welcome.
Sir.
So now we are in Kritika.
Hey, Kritika.
Well, I'm the one that did the calling out, but the cards helped a bit. All right, so I'm going to move on to the Tarot of the Ages, an old deck that I used quite a bit at one point. And I'm trying to remember what Kritika's question was. By any chance you have that there for us, Violet?
I cut off Anavesh Nagayan from my life totally. After clear communication, he told me that he doesn't want to talk with me. Is that a right decision for me?
Well, it may be a decision you have no choice in if that's what they're really saying.
Yeah, that's true.
But we can try that.
Do you want to do a yes, no?
Yeah, and then we'll see if there's anything else we need to do.
Uh-oh. Cards are mixed up here. There it is. Okay.
My goodness, we're already going close to the next hour.
Well, 7:40?
More than a half an hour in.
Huh. We don't have a very big list, so we're fine.
This is good.
What is going on here? That happened. Mercury retrograde is already doing a number.
Well, we get so few definites.
That's so weird because
but this
to
seems
me,
like a definite no.
it sounds like the right decision, but you've got a definite no here. Let's see why. So we have the Queen of, can you read the cards to me, Mr. O? I can't.
I can. One is the Queen of Wands reversed.
Okay.
One is the Page of Wands reversed. And the other one is the King of Coins upright.
Well, okay. So why is it giving you a definite no? I feel here like maybe things may have gotten off to a bad start with this
Page of Wands.
Page of Wands here. That, that things just either communications were not good, something just upset things. And so, yeah, it sounds like there's been a break or a rift here. And it's left you feeling kind of angry, kind of bitter, I feel here. And, this person here, the King of Coins, is kind of a no-nonsense kind of individual. And if he decided to cut it off, there may not be much you can do about that. Ultimately, even though this is saying it may have been a wrong decision for you, I know you said you cut him out completely, totally.
No, I think it's the other way around.
Well,
here.
it's the way it's worded here. It says kind of both ways. So he
I
said...
cut off from my life totally.
Why?
After clear communication, he told me that he doesn't want me
He
to
doesn't
talk.
want to talk
Okay.
anymore. That's a cutoff to
Okay.
me. So the thing is, he made it clear where he stood, that he didn't want to talk. So you responded in kind. And I see that kind of here with this Queen of Wands. And it's saying this was kind of off to a bad start. And it's unfortunate because maybe both of you would have worked out together. But it sounds like he really didn't give it a chance. And then neither did you.
Well, some of this could be about how things were managed between you during, your communication. Maybe somebody wanted to be more in control than the other. Maybe that was you, that maybe you needed to be more in control of it, and so maybe this wasn't the right decision to make. But the Queen of Wands reversed could kind of epitomize the idea that you didn't really say this in the right way, perhaps, or how that cutoff was handled, that maybe that left a bad taste in her mouth, so that if anything had changed, maybe they would feel more opening or welcome about coming back. And the Page of Wands just sort of indicates maybe bad messaging, delays in that too. So this could be saying that you could maybe wait a little bit of time and maybe try to indicate that you were rash and that maybe, you didn't want to necessarily do that totally. Now, what do you got?
Oh my God, we got a lot of people coming in all of a sudden. Sherry, Jenna, and Daisy Bear.
Well, hi,
Yes.
Jenna. I think you've been here a long time ago.
Long time no see is what he meant to say. Maybe. All right, what do I got? Well, you asked.
Stars and dog.
I think you had to be, if nothing else, and I'm just going to say this, I feel like you had to be loyal and true to yourself here, and your ambitions and your destiny. I mean, if somebody cuts you off the way they did, I certainly can understand why you made the decision you made. However, there could have been maybe a potential for this person to eventually change their mind. I think that's why the cards came out with the definite no myself here, because it really didn't, to me, it really doesn't sound like this was going anywhere.
Well, to me, this could also indicate to the Lenormand that this person may have not done the same to you if it was reversed. And so maybe you might want, if the positions were reversed in that regard, and so maybe you need to understand that there was a certain sense of loyalty here, even if it wasn't going in the direction you want. Having said that, maybe, like I mentioned before, if you kind of take the time to reabsorb it and maybe re-express yourself, you may feel that at least this person could still be a friend in your life, even if your relationship is not the same or what you'd wanted.
I'm not sure there's any going back on this, and I'll
No,
tell
that's
you
true.
why. It's really this Page of Wands and the Queen in a way. They're telling me that this is probably done, but you should not beat yourself up over this, because This is saying your destiny is still out there. I feel that, remain true to yourself here. Remain loyal to yourself and the decisions that you've made, and look to the future now rather than, ruminate over what is done. Because really, I feel like he might have been good at heart in some ways, but he made a decision. He chose to say he didn't want to speak to you anymore. And frankly, the cards are just saying, well, he probably was a little rash there, that maybe if he got to know you more, things could have worked out. But I don't think there's any going back on this.
Sound problems and buffering are probably on y'all's part because it's not buffering here, and I don't think our sound was having a problem.
Unless we're having an internet problem and it hasn't shown yet. We've been having some downtime, so should we go down, we will come back live again to finish our list. So keep that in mind if we suddenly get cut off from you. We've had a few problems with our internet lately. Sorry I couldn't be more clear. We may want to explore this again. I'm just not very sure about these cards today.
All right, so I believe we are on to Scorpio now.
We are on to Scorpio.
So while we're waiting for Scorpio, I will mention that, of course, we have a whole bunch of recorded shows that we show during the week, including what just came out yesterday, our monthly modality message. If you don't understand your modality energies and how they work, you might want to check that out. It's good for the whole season of Virgo from now until the end of Virgo when we go into Libra. So
okay, Daisy Bear also needs to be added to the list, Violet.
Okay. It's your deck.
Okay.
You're welcome, Scorpio. We got you. I feel like Robert and I may be finally headed in the right direction towards a relationship. Is my intuition right about this? Should I avoid things until Mercury retrograde? Well, there's always a chance that there are more possible misunderstandings in our communications when Mercury is retrograde, but it's not a given. It's not a 100% kind of thing. So I don't necessarily feel that just in terms of a general question.
Well, let's just see. We're going to throw 3 cards.
But if we were talking about signing contracts or making major purchases, then I would advise a little caution.
Oh, wow, Jenna. That sounds deep. We're doing okay.
I hope you're feeling better then.
I've got a couple health issues I'm checking.
No, Scorpio, we have your question.
I have a couple health issues I'm checking into right now, Jenna, but nothing to report on them yet.
Yeah, it has been a long time. I hope you are feeling well, though. All right.
Well, we have the King of Wands reversed. We have the High Priestess upright. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed.
Good. I'm glad that was the case for you. In Lenormand, we have the clouds. And we have the heart.
Well, things are a little uncertain, but let's talk about this. This person,
Robert
may be a little bit, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say shy, but a little bit like holding back his feelings a little bit, maybe, just trying to scope things out. But the High Priestess is here, which indicates to me that maybe your intuition can be trusted in this case, that regardless of what this person might not be saying to you, your gut is telling you something important here. And I feel here too, with the Eight of Swords reversed, this is saying, trust what your gut is telling you. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't hold yourself back. It looks as though your gut is trying to, tell you something. Now, the heart and the clouds here, though, are indicating to me there is a bit of uncertainty with this relationship and where things are headed. And like I said, it might be because this person is playing a little bit coy, just holding things a little bit close, but I feel like if you trust your intuition and you keep making moves in this direction, it may end up paying off for you.
Well, another thing I think about that King of Wands reversed in this idea here is that maybe, it is your intuition telling you that maybe they're not quite strong enough or brave enough or confident enough to kind of take that first step. That could be that. It could be saying that. But I think this is more interesting too, because I think this is saying you should possibly make that overture then. That if you're waiting for Robert, they may not be quite there yet in terms of confidence, but you maybe are feeling you've come out of something that was holding you back in a way, and it may have been yourself in a way. So I do feel that what's going on here with the Lenormand is also apropos too, that there's a sense of not being certain, but your heart is true about this, and it lines up with your intuition. So you may want to, think about it a little bit more, but maybe it might be up to you to make those first steps.
Feel empowered to do so. I think that, Eight of Swords is reversed, is giving you that message. So feel empowered to keep moving in this direction and seeing where it's going to take you. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck. So just a reminder, we are here on Sundays too. It tends to be a real busy day compared to like today. So you may want to get in early. We have been so busy that we have to pretty much close our list usually within a half an hour. We can only handle about 20 people during a 2-hour stint. So come early if you want a reading on Sunday. Is it tidal wave?
Yep, I see their
right.
question. Okay.
So that's going to be my deck.
Oh.
You just used yours.
Yes, I did.
And I'm going to use my Hoi Polloi or Moon Baby deck, the one that Violet wanted me to get when she learned I had the original, which is pretty old and creaky in my cupboard.
Does it feel warm in here, or is it just me?
It may, in fact, be just you. But I can turn the temp a little bit.
It might be nice 1 degree, but
You're
don't do
welcome,
it right
tidal
now. Maybe after this. After this read.
Is that a sign a certain check is almost here? I almost feel like I should just do a yes or no on that.
It's one of those
You're welcome,
Mercury
Scorpio.
retrograde.
You knew right, Violet.
Oh, I don't think you should have to worry. Just throw 3 cards.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that'll probably throw a wrench now that I said it, right?
Take it from... Thank you, Violet, for everything you do.
Mercury is retrograde, so our cards might be a little retrograde here too.
It's our caveat.
I'm going to use that excuse during Mercury retrograde. Okay, that's cool.
All right, so here is the 6 of Cups for you, tidal wave. And then it's followed by the Magician. Awesome.
Both upright.
Yeah. And then it's followed by the Knight of Swords. So I think... Oh, what's that? It's a bear.
News, perhaps?
And a letter. News.
So, interesting stuff, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
So a certain check might be coming, but the Six of Cups indicates that something to do with your past is important here in some way. Maybe if this check is coming from somebody, from your past in particular, a situation from your past, that could be true. It seems as though everything is falling in line. Everything is coming together for you to manifest something, title. So if you've been having some financial problems or issues lately, I think things are going to shift and change, don't you? We got the Knight of Swords here too, which means that things are going to be moving.
Swiftly.
Swiftly
And with purpose.
You want to do those three, and then we'll, of course,
Sure.
give the good news there.
Well, I think it could be connected to the past, but I think it could just be say that this is a situation that maybe relieves you because it reminds you of being happy in the past, whether it was through that relative or just the relative joy that many children have. I'm not saying all children have that, but maybe there's a sense here that this makes you feel secure in the way a child can feel secure if they know they're loved, if they know they're taken care of. And it's really, though, about your sense of will or willpower or your creative solutions to things, maybe, that will play the biggest part in this.
Mr. O, tell him you need to visualize it, and just keep saying you're seeing it in your mailbox or whatever the case may be, right?
By the way, Jenna and Violet, there are actually 5 planets retrograde right now, and I understand that 1 or 2 more are joining the movement in the near future.
Oh boy.
And yeah, like I said, the Knight of Swords is just about some swift, determined movement. So I wonder if this is saying that, it's a surety that's coming to you, and probably quicker than you may realize.
And the bear is, besides it being a sense of empowerment, and we often talk about it, a sense of strength, the bear has a lot of financial, connotations as well, like stability, security in your financial affairs. So if things have been a little rocky, they're going to get better, and it's probably because the check will be in the mail.
The check is in the mail.
Because there's the letter and there's the financial security.
So I hope that answers your question. I think it's a pretty good outcome.
Hey, these cards don't seem very retrograde to me.
No, they don't.
They pretty much fell together here for you, title. I hope it's true. Good luck with that.
Guilt money. I love it. Hey.
Kara is up.
Give me money.
What do the spirits want Kara to know? And these will be yours? And
No, I just used mine.
I said these will be
okay.
yours. Sorry. Oh, I haven't used this yet. We'll use this.
Times being what they are, we all take it.
So we'll do my reading. I'm saying
All right.
now so you know my reading.
But I might not be listening to you.
Well,
As
no
usual.
surprise there.
In fact, I'm actually leaving the room.
Oh, because you're going to turn the air back for me. Yay! Thank you. It's probably because I was drinking tea that I got so warm. Now that I think about it. You'll take it. I would take it.
You're welcome.
You can take it to the bank, title.
Take it to the limit one more time.
Okay, this is the sideways deck too, so. Okay, so what do the spirits want you to know? Hot flashes. At my age? Well, it's possible. Oh, gee, Kara. What do the spirits want you to know? It's the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Why is it important? It's the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This Mercury retrograde's not too kind. Maybe that's what they want you to know. The Tower's reversed.
Oh, make it go away.
Gee, Kara.
What is that?
Little bit of tough luck. Oh, the ways. Would that be the crossroads?
Okay, I couldn't read the word though.
That's okay.
I couldn't even tell what the word said.
Maze, ways.
Maze, Lay's potato chips. No, it's not Lay's
Can't
potato
eat just
chips.
one.
So this is the crossroads, called here the way. And this is the garden.
All right. So I think during this period, they want you to know a couple things. That this is not a happy time as far as perhaps your interactions with others go. It looks like it's interpersonal relations. Or it could be that this is just not a happy time where you feel things are not going your way. And personally, I feel this is just a Mercury retrograde period thing. Do you want to add anything to that?
So this is what's coming to them, or what the spirits want them to know?
Yeah, what they want you to know. It's not a happy time.
Right,
Go
it's
on.
not. This may be saying that some beginning of happiness that you are looking to, it may not happen exactly the way you want, or it may have delays or conditions on it.
Yeah, and there could be delays like like for example, getting together with people, something gets canceled or postponed. Different things like that could be happening. So why is that important?
Another ace.
It's another ace reversed. And so what it's saying
The
is
Ace of Pentacles.
it just seems as though no growth is really happening at this time. Things are kind of stagnating. And I know you sort of said that there. Yeah, nothing going on. And so that's what they want you to realize. So it's a little unhappy because nothing is going on.
Right. Where it's leading to is the fact that things may be kind of plateaued here, and that at this time, gee, that's not so Mercury retrograde, you're just not going to be able to figure out what that is, or maybe the spirits are saying, don't expect anything great right now. The energies are too conflicting at this point.
Well, and so where is this headed? And we see the dreaded Tower in the position I don't like to see it in, reversed. And so where things are heading is there's this need. There's this need for you to think about why this has happened, and how you can build a better tomorrow. Maybe this period of Mercury retrograde, because I really almost feel very heavily a Mercury retrograde influence here, that this is a time for you to figure out what's wrong so that you can start off when the cycle changes again in a better position.
Well, maybe it's also about the fact that there are so many other planets in retrograde too. There's just some amazing contrary kind of energies going on here. And so where this is leading to is maybe the spirits are saying, don't make mistakes at this time that you may not be able to recover out of. Choose wisely, choose carefully, or maybe if you have to choose, see if you can put it off until after the retrograde.
And speaking of choices, we have the ways here, which is the crossroads with the garden. And the garden can be about, your social interactions with others or going to different events and stuff. I think, again, in a way, the Tower being here, it is saying choose wisely what's your next approach with people or situations or gatherings of people is going to be. Make sure you're doing things that uplift you rather than drag you down. Make sure you're hanging around with the right crowd, the right group of people that won't be causing, the Tower to crumble again.
And maybe for me, the Lenormand, I wanted to say Lavender Mon.
Lavender Moon?
Mercury retrograde. That the idea, I think that, some social presence or social situations may lead you to something that maybe the spirits are intending. That maybe this is a time for you to not think so much about what the spirits want exactly, but also think about what the signs are out there in the public to you, that what's coming to you from other people you associate or other situations that you feel good about, you feel like you gravitate towards, that there may be a clue there to the direction the spirits want you to follow or take.
They probably want you to choose more wisely who you invite into your social circle, you know. And whether this is, you know, social media or whether this is in your physical personal life, you know, I think that's probably the ultimate message here from my end from Spirit. So good luck with that. Sorry, Kara. Boy, you're going to get whacked by this retrograde, I think. But join the crowd. We're already getting whacked. I had a weird blood test result yesterday I'm checking on, and some other things that have gone wrong. So, anyway. Water in the basement, for example.
Yes. Okay, so Libra is up, and Libra has posted a question.
Yes, they have. What message does a red dragonfly have for me? Okay. Your deck.
Yeah, and I'm going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot.
That's deviant of you, Mr. O.
It is.
I mean, it's just barely started and things are going awful.
Yeah, I'm having tech meltdowns. Somebody told me that it was supposed to be a better one than the last one, because I
Yeah,
thought the last
I
one was
did.
pretty bad. No, somebody else told me this.
Okay.
But I respect your opinion too. But I wonder if maybe with all the other planets, their interactions maybe are just kind of putting it to all one state. Not real bad, but not real good. I don't know.
I do remember, Violet. It wasn't that great for me either, the last one, but it didn't start out right from the beginning this way. This is like, whoa.
So we should be doing this the same way. You know.
Yes,
yes.
correct.
Okay, so what message does the red dragonfly have for you? And the first card is the Eight of Cups, and it's upright. And the message could be that there's something that could be drawing you, or that could present a better, more positive focus for you, but you will have to consider how you transition to that, because it may be possible that there are things that you will have to kind of take care of in one way or the other to move towards that.
So it's a 7, right?
No, I thought it was the 8.
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong.
it's a 7.
Oops, take that back. So the Seven of Cups, I think that the red dragonfly then is really talking about a time coming to you where you will be able to see that there are a number of messages coming to you, different voices, different spirit things, different totems or whatever, and you will have to consider them all, because one is the one that really will draw you the most, just as they are drawing in the picture. Find the one that draws you. Find the idea or thing. Look for something that is above the rest that appeals to you the most.
I feel that it is the message from the dragonfly is one of optimism, saying that you have many options before you to think about. The red dragonfly does not want you to limit yourself at this time.
Oh, I like that.
Does not want you to limit your thoughts, limit your thinking. Consider, the endless possibilities that are before you. So why is this important?
Because you're the bright, shiny star, the magician. It's important because this will gain you mastery. This will further what your willpower and or creative abilities or what your belief system really wants you to focus on. The magician is a card really of finding all those things that propel your focus.
Okay, so the whole idea here was, for me, was not to limit yourself, right? Limit your thoughts, limit your thinking. And why is that important? Because, now is a time to really start putting together the things you need to truly accomplish your goals. Maybe this is also looking at the skills, the talents, the abilities that you have right now, which you have to offer to others. Whether it's in business or personal relationships, so that you can better then make the appropriate choice.
Where will this lead to? And it's the Fool. So it leads to a new beginning of sorts. It leads to a chance for you to say, I can do this. I can go in this direction, and I don't have a lot of things here that are holding me back. There may be a question about whether or not your instinct is totally valid, but I think in this sense it is. It's really saying you're ready to take that leap.
So once you, survey all of your options and you're able to, match them with what you are capable of, you will be headed on a new journey, a new adventure that, you'll be ready to take a chance, a leap of faith. Because, and in a sense, even though it is the Fool and it's a leap of faith, you are more than well prepared for this because of the Magician being here too. So it's not your standard, I'm just going to take a leap of faith for the hell of it, because, you realize already you are prepared for what this entails and you're going to do it. And let's talk about that. The fox and the woman. So I think here that, this is saying, Spirit, the dragonfly is saying, you have what it takes. You're crafty, you're smart, you're ambitious, and you have what it takes to pull this off.
So the idea is that it's really telling you you have these abilities, you're ready to do this, and it's the final communication here that indicates that it's all those things, but it's also about an innate curiosity or cleverness that you also have. And the tea is kind of getting to me, I don't know. But that's what we have for you.
That's what we have for you. I hope you like that, Libra. That was pretty good reading.
And you're welcome.
Nice one. Sunny sun.
So Mary is up. Mary the Aries. All right, Violet.
Hi, Mary. You are very welcome, Libra.
Tomorrow morning is the Emotional Exchanges, my personal show on Friday mornings that covers romance, relationships, and things of the heart. I pull 3 cards for the elemental signs of the zodiac, pretty much asking the questions like we just asked. What's coming to you? Why is it important? And where will it lead to? I also throw in an affirmation for each of the elemental signs, the air, fire, water, and earth, as a way of, giving you some sort of resolution or coda to think about. What's interesting?
Hey, Mary the Aries. Hope you're typing your question.
What's interesting?
2 of Cups this morning for the card of the day for Collective on Twitter.
Interesting. That is
I
interesting.
did see that.
A lot of times I think a lot of us are pulling very similar cards in our work, so it's very cool that we sort of all support each other in terms of what we're really seeing here.
Mary the Aries, where are you?
We're going to give Mary a little bit more time. I'm going to remind everybody that, of course, happy hour is on this week, but it will be at Saturday at 4 p.m. rather than 10. That's because I'm working in the morning. So check it out in the afternoon, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and get a happy, positive message. All right. I guess it's time to do the countdown.
Yeah, do the countdown. Mary, if you're there, please respond.
It's your last chance, or you go to the back of the list if there's time.
There may be. We're doing really well now.
It's just a caveat I put out there.
I know.
Kara, do you want to help her? Oh, wait, she's got it.
Kara, help with that?
Muddy the waters is more like it. And we're sorry, Mary, but if you come back, we can try to squeeze you in at the end of the list. And I know Viddy left us a question. I remember
Hey, Viddy.
that. Hi, Viddy.
Thanks, Kara. What is HT Capricorn's intentions towards me? Kara, I can see why you and Sunny complement each other so well. Sunny's a little rascal too. All right. Okay, we have for Viddy's question, we start out with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed. But lo and behold, the Four of Wands is upright.
In Lenormand, we have, once again, the Ways, which is the crossroad. And then we have the Child.
Ironic, since this version of the Four of Wands has a pregnant person in it.
Oh.
Well, I feel here with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, unfortunately, that there is, there's a sense they're feeling, the Capricorn's intentions are feeling they want more. They want more of something. They're not satisfied. I don't know what that is exactly, but they feel like something may be lacking and they want more. Do they want more attention from you? Do they want, they want more of something?
I think this could represent a transition too, that maybe they formerly were maybe more satisfied with the way things were, but now something seems to be making them want more, to make them want to desire moving in a particular direction towards you or with you, something like that.
And I think I said that was the Page of Pentacles
Yes.
again. And I feel that, I'm seeing this thing I feel about the Page of Pentacles sometimes when it's reversed. They want more of something, and in a sense, they're being kind of selfish. They're really more self-oriented here. They're looking out for their own, needs at the expense of maybe, what's good for the both of you.
It sort of represents maybe a person who can kind of fixate on themselves almost to the exclusion of others. So the thing is that when you ask that question, this may be a selfish desire on their part if they do have intentions towards you. It may be that it's really very self-serving why they're feeling the ways they feel about you.
But yet we have the Four of Wands here upright, and that's why, I'm a little confused. It's almost as if, this could lead to something happy if things got worked out. If we could figure out what makes this person really tick, what makes them happy, what they really want from you, or a relationship with you, if there is none now. Because there could be a happy ending here. But both parties, have to be willing to work together on this. And if they're not letting you know what's lacking or what's on their mind, that could be a problem.
So I'm wondering if maybe, this will kind of deploy further in the future. It could have the energy of leading towards that because it ended with the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands sort of talks about harvesting something, sort of like celebrating the end of a season or the fruit of the season. So it could be that their intentions, even though they may be a little bit wobbly in how they're moving that way, are ultimately to have more of a connection with you, maybe creating a foundation with you, whether that foundation is just any relationship or whether if it's a more specific relationship like love or marriage. So then the Lenormand.
Okay. Well, the Lenormand.
The Child and the Crossroads.
I feel here that this is really moving very, very slowly. That some decisions, some final decision has to be made on where this person really stands, or maybe they feel they have to come up with a final decision, but they're taking it really, really slow. They don't seem to be moving quickly in that direction.
It's kind of a contrast compared to this one because this one sort of talks about moving from a place of that. So is this ultimately still a work in progress, that maybe this, what you can expect in terms of intentions is that they may be really pacing themselves in terms of how they wish to become more known to you or to make those intentions clearer. So this may not happen very quickly necessarily.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Thanks, Jenna.
I think that this is going to require some work. And so take it for what it's worth here. Who are we reading for? Viddy. I'm sorry. Take it for what it's worth, Viddy, that there's a potential here for things to kind of get better, so long as everybody can really openly talk about their needs and their desires. And this person really needs to open up about what they feel is lacking here.
Because that will build the foundation that you both might want.
Exactly. And they also need to be a little bit less self-oriented and think about what your needs are as well. It's possible here in time they could change, direction, and this could get better. But it's going to take some time and work if it's going to work at all.
You may want to come back and ask us this question at another time.
So good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, Viddy. So Captain Barbosa is next.
B. Barbosa.
Ride, Captain, ride upon your mistress ship.
I don't know why, but I thought you were going to do that. I did.
It's because you're psychic. Right the first time.
I gotta get my hair cut.
You're welcome, Viddy.
Mr.
I hope that was clarity for you.
I gotta get my hair cut next week.
I got a scissors. Somebody said don't cut bangs during Mercury retrograde. I saw this meme and it said things not to do during Mercury retrograde.
September 1st,
cut
Friday?
Bangs. It's a Thursday.
I have a doctor's appointment coming up. It's with my dermatologist guy. So I have to check on that. Hey, you're very welcome, Viddy.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Oh, man.
You're having a little bit of bad luck there.
Captain B, are you with us?
Oh, I would hate to have to cancel Captain B. Let's give him one more moment. I'll talk about
My material matters.
the material matters.
How'd I know you were going to do that?
Bomb. Banshee's weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance.
And the good news is, even though it's a video, I am live in the chat to talk to everybody on a Sunday morning. So come chat with me and clarify some of the cards as we go along through the readings.
Ooh, a huge bruise.
Jenna, you are up.
Well, bruises and all, Jenna is up. A general reading. Okie dokie. I will use, once again, the Neon Tarot. Your classic choice. Hey, that's fine. I'd say that we probably get about a quarter general readings, or maybe an eighth to a quarter general readings every session. It's always a good way to start, especially if you haven't been around in a while and you haven't had a reading in a while. So why not? Go with the classics, I say. Card 1, 5 of Pentacles. Card 2, reversed King of Pentacles, King of Coins.
So bizarre, you said you hurt yourself, and what does he pull? The 5 of Pentacles. So go on.
And then the reversed Ace of Cups. So
Okay.
that 5 of Pentacles could be saying that, you are hurting in different ways, obviously more physically, but maybe there's also an idea of, something inside you that you're also wanting to be attended to. It may not be a big thing necessarily.
Well, the 5 of Pentacles could indicate that, you have some healing to do. It could also indicate if you haven't been working or having difficulties working, that maybe, that could be indicated by this card as well. So financially you might have, be taking a hit right now. And so you might need a little bit of extra support at this time. Even if it's just kind words from others, but it could be just, as well as somebody taking care of your needs while you're recovering in some way.
Another thought about the 5 of Pentacles is that maybe you are looking for the key that lets you in to what you're wanting to find, so maybe if there's something, an ambition that you're not quite there yet, you are looking for it, and it may take you a little while to find it, but you're going to have to keep looking.
The 5 of Pentacles can also mean maybe that you are looking to, looking for the right place to feel like where you belong. Whether that's a job at work or whether that's with a, friends or family, who is truly the people you belong with, Maybe you're trying to seek that out at this time too. And sometimes it just doesn't seem like it's very clear. And so that is the King of Coins. King of Coins is reversed. So that's indicating to me, Jenna of the Stars, that you need to take a little bit of better care of yourself, that you need to kind of also, watch your financial stuff right now. Be wary of where things are, what's going out, what's coming in. Are they evening out? Are you balancing things out properly? Shows a little bit of disorganization at this time. And as a matter of fact, this might play into the Lenormand later, so
It could also play into the
hold that
Mercury
thought.
retrograde too.
Yes.
Yes,
it could.
This could be saying that right now, if especially you are thinking about, you mentioned a program, if you're thinking about anything to do with finances in terms of trying to get a loan or trying to buy a car or trying to do things, you may want to wait till the Mercury is no longer retrograde. Some of those decisions may be wobbly, so you might just want to hold off on some of that. Ace of Cups reversed.
And so, it just, this isn't going to be a time, I would say probably this retrograde period again. That's what it seems like to me. There's a little bit of unhappiness or a little bit of disappointment at the pace of things, and trying to get yourself oriented again into a normal, kind of routine. There's going to be some emotional upsets that, that things are not going, the way you had hoped they would. But everything in its time.
So something may have started recently that you felt was really going to bring you a lot of contentment, But now you may be feeling, going forward through this retrograde, that it's kind of on the blocks a little bit. It may have slowed down, and so you're going to want to think about that. Think about what things you could do to possibly pick it up again and bring some more of what you're hoping to expect there. But it's not that bad. It could just be, once again, the result of waiting out the Mercury retrograde.
We can fit Lena in, Violet, because we had some people not show
Yeah.
up.
So
We'll do
let's
that.
get to the Lenormand for Jenna. And it's the stork. Followed by the whip. Whip it good.
And you know, when I saw that, and I saw that King of Coins reversed there, Jenna, I said maybe it's time to make some changes around your home front, around, you know, your room or where you live, making some modifications, some changes, cleaning up the clutter, going through things. This is the time of the year to do that. But also failing that, you know, I'm looking at the progression of these cards here and how they've been showing that things had not been going well. Well, guess what? I have a feeling once this retrograde period is done, that there's going to be a quick and sudden change for the better.
And it may be that opportunities that you were hoping to happen or new things you're not expecting are just going to crop up. These could be new opportunities. Maybe it's a new aspect to your job. Maybe it's a whole new job altogether. But something is going to move swiftly. And we both believe it's probably going to be just in several weeks when the Mercury goes back to normal.
I think it goes back to normal September 15th-ish. So
All right.
maybe, you know, sometime in September.
Hold out.
So you got to hold out. But, you know, things will gradually improve, I feel, in time. You'll find your way through this. Just take care of yourself and maybe lay low this retrograde and work on home projects or work on projects shoring up your finances and things like that.
All right.
Fun things like that.
So that's what we have for you. And
That's
good to
what we
see
have
you
for
again.
you. Good luck with that. Good to see you.
Good luck with your healing. Good luck with your job. All of that.
All right, Sherry is up.
Hi,
Hey,
Sherry. What's coming towards you?
All right.
Well, that's a good goal. So, yeah. Good luck to you, Jenna.
Oh, my deck?
hmm And hi, Lena. We will get to you soon. Yeah, actually, you'll be up in about 2 other readings. And you know, I said before, oh, it's moving towards the hour of 8, and you said, oh, it's only 8:40. But then the next time I looked at
7:40.
7:40. But then the next time I looked at the clock, it was 8:20. I was like, how did that happen? We just like moved through 20 minutes, 40 minutes.
Time has no meaning here.
Time has no meaning.
Looks like it's dark out, but of course
We
the
hope so
sun
too,
has
Jenna.
set. So
Yes.
that is why.
We hope so too,
I
Jenna.
hope.
So Sherry wants to, are we doing your 3?
Yes,
Okay. What's coming towards you?
I was going to say that.
Isn't he an angel?
Taking up all my space. Can I cut, please?
You can cut the cheese.
No, I can't.
Should I tell
But
everybody?
should I tell
Should I
everybody
tell everybody?
what I walked into today?
No.
Good. Then shut your mouth.
Sonny is at least 10 years old.
They're 10 or 9. We still haven't totally verified.
Okay, they're at
that
least
yet.
9. He says a cat never tells his age.
Well, so what is coming towards you? Okay, Sherry.
You're very welcome, Jenna.
You've got the 10 of Wands upright. So what's coming towards you is some heavy work. You might feel like the workload's rather oppressive. You're getting bogged down in stuff. Maybe you're getting bogged down in the details of a project or some work assignment. It just feels as if it's burdensome. Or it's possible that you are nearing the end of something. You know, it is a 10. And so once we near the end of a project or goal or something that we're working on, or we're getting close to a deadline, sometimes the work gets harder. So expect that to happen before things start to ease up and you get on solid ground again.
Sometimes I feel that it may not necessarily be a true burden, even if it is going away. It could also be a sense of an obligation that represents a sense of tediousness or burden to you.
Right. I mean, it could be in your personal life. Are you taking care of somebody, for example, or,
Something you have to do.
Some obligations. So that's true. Good point. Why is this important? I'll let you go first.
The Three of Swords. Well, it's important because perhaps whatever this is, this burden, this obligation, it may really hurt you inside. It may cause a certain amount of pain. It may make you feel like you need to separate from the source of that pain, the source of the burden or the obligation. That may or may not be realistic or practical.
Well, I just feel here that it's making you sad for some reason. Perhaps you just want it done. Whatever this is, you want it over and done with. You want to complete it badly. Perhaps it's making you sad because there's other places you want to put your energy right now, and you can't. So
it really
again,
does kind of go along in a way with the obligation
it does.
sense. Yeah.
But I will throw this out here too now that I'm seeing this, because as we know, the Three of Swords can be about heartache. And so maybe you're in a relationship right now, or, you're dealing with somebody who is causing you what I feel like some heavy burdens or struggles trying to get things to work out. And it is making you feel kind of heartbroken and sad.
Well, Sherry has mentioned parents and kids, so that means you're like in the sandwich generation. You're caught between two generations in a way.
Well,
Where
we
is
have
it leading?
just a tiny bit of good news for you here, and I mean that, tiny. Where is it heading? The Five of Pentacles is reversed. Now, we had that in Jenna's reading, and it was upright, and it's reversed here. So what it's indicating is, what? If you need a helping hand, it should be out there for you. You might be able to get some help from others right now. Also, this is a sign of healing. So if you've been feeling kind of brokenhearted or sad, this will start to mend in time. You will start to really realize this isn't a forever thing. It will be over soon, or it will lighten up as time goes on. I just have to hold on and try to lift my spirits in some other way and move towards a healing modality.
I see what you're saying there, and I think that this card does kind of give that idea that it's leading to some sense of a reprieve, some sense of finding the key that you need to help alleviate the burdens or heal the pain there. It may not be fundamentally great, but it is a starting block for that, to maybe consider that the overwhelming feelings can translate. So what do we have in the Lenormand for you, Sherry? Well, first we have the stork again, which is really nice, I think. And then we also have the journey, the ship.
The ship.
And the ship is about a journey or movement, and it's influencing that one. So it is saying that perhaps you will be moving towards something new. The implication is that these burdens or heartache can possibly end or alleviate, and maybe it's because you are finding the key, you are finding the help you need too, because that's when you come in from the dark, when you come in from the cold, you come into something that is helpful.
There may be supportive friends even who will just give your spirit a lift with this Five of Pentacles here. I do think things are going to be moving in a more positive direction for you. You're going to be going through this phase here, but suddenly things will shift and you will make some maybe calculated moves that will take you in a better direction. A change for the better is imminent. Sometimes this means a change in residence, but if that's not possible at this time, this could mean changes, in some area of your life that will help ease some of the struggles that you have been facing. I definitely think that's there for you. This is really a positive ending to this reading. And as you can see here, this is where you are now. I think this is where it's going, is to healing, to help, to support, and moving towards better conditions. So I wish you luck with that.
Right. Good luck. And I think we can add fire spawn. We'll probably close it with fire spawn or in a fungible way, because that should take us to the end of the hour.
Yeah, that will be it. Fire spawn is closing the list.
All right.
And we're on Sherry
Daisy
right now,
Bear.
I think, right?
We just did Sherry. So
we
it's
did
Daisy
Sherry.
Bear.
Daisy Bear. Hi,
You're
Daisy
welcome,
Bear.
Sherry.
Are you still with us? I know you posted a question earlier, I think.
If you find it, we'll do it. Hi, Daisy Bear.
Oh, are they there?
If you don't mind, go ahead and retype your question for us. Unless Violet can paste it in if you did leave it before. Daisy Bear, I'm a Virgo, Scorpio, and I'm feeling Mercury retrograde is new love coming, and when or will it be another lesson? So I guess that means you're Virgo with a rising sign Scorpio, possibly. Yeah, we see it, Violet. So okay,
Let's see what lesson is coming. Let's do that. If it's love or
my deck.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Moon Baby Tarot again.
We'll do 3 cards, I
We'll
think.
do the 3 cards that method.
No.
Okay.
Just 3. So they're feeling the Mercury retrograde. Is new love coming? When or will it be another lesson? So let's see. If it's love, I'll throw the when card out there.
Yeah.
We might be able to tell. Let's see where the cards are taking us. Okay.
All right, so our first card is the Page of Wands. That sounds kind of Mercury retrograde.
It's reversed.
It's reversed. The next card is also reversed, and it's the 8 of Cups. And rounding that out is the upright Knight of Pentacles.
Wow. All right, I want to throw the Lenormand on this one too, so give me a second.
Gosh, I love this deck, Violet. I really do.
Yeah, I can actually read what the cards are on here.
Oh, hush. So there's the Tower, and of course Lenormand's Tower is not the same as Tarot's Tower. Not exactly. And then the Rider.
Boy, this is a tough one. I'm not sure I'm seeing love per se here.
No.
If there is love happening for you, it sounds like it's not really going to get off the ground,
Or there's mixed messages.
Oh, maybe.
Page of Wands.
The Page of Wands, yeah. Well, I just feel that, with the Page of Wands, sometimes things are delayed or canceled. So for an example, somebody might invite you out on a date and then cancel. So I don't see anything positive here romantically in this reading at all, except even the Knight of Pentacles. I feel this is a slow time for you, and maybe a time where you're going to do a lot of more, mundane kind of work. Work on something that maybe you've left hanging, a project or a goal, or just maybe housework or financial issues that you have left hanging and that need to be addressed.
I'm drawn by that reversed 8 of Cups, and then the part of your question it asks, is there a new love coming? And I'm wondering, does that imply that there was an old love, and maybe the 8 of Cups reverse could be saying maybe you're not totally done with that relationship or the fallout from that relationship, which could maybe explain these other cards here, that maybe there was a sense of not really realizing how that worked. So this Mercury retrograde may be more about you having an opportunity to process that. When you think about it, Mercury is Virgo's ruling planet, so this sort of kind of fits into that. And maybe what the best prognosis is to slowly but steadily move yourself in the direction you want towards something new, getting away maybe from too much of an overview of that. That maybe,
I like that.
Maybe those thoughts are really kind of holding you back in their own way.
And they do have an old love, so they were talking about
Okay.
that. At any rate, it just seems like this cycle, and again, it could be like you said, you are feeling the retrograde is very, very sluggish and slow for you. You know, the Knight is somebody who's slow and steady. So what this is saying is don't push anything right now. You know, take it slow, take it steady, move yourself forward in the direction you want to go. Because look, here is the Rider card, and the Rider is about movement and messages coming to you. But the Tower is here too. And so I'm wondering here if what this is saying is eventually, you know, as you work your way through this slow, kind of sluggish period, you will be moving towards a period where the need is going to come for you to move out of a state of isolation. I don't know if maybe you yourself have kind of drawn yourself inward a bit, and there's going to be a time you need to break that in order for love to re-enter your life.
Looking at that card as that idea of, you know, a sense of being isolated could play into what I said here, that, you know, right now there's been serious amount of processing on maybe the old relationship or things associated with that. I also like to think too that if the Rider says you're moving towards something, sometimes the Tower also talks about institutions. And one of the institutions could be marriage or some sort of state of union, a union.
Oh.
So it could be saying that eventually you are moving towards that, maybe not right away, but it's sort of in your thoughts, and maybe it's about you doing that processing that I'm seeing, but also just moving with surety but caution towards, you know, what you want.
Are you in school by chance? You know, because the Knight of Pentacles could be about a student, and of course the Tower can be an institution of learning. So I mean, I do feel like maybe that might be part of your focus if that's true. And if not, you know, this is just indicating to me that also your moves right now might be more around work rather than pleasure. Oh, you're thinking about going back to school.
So some of this could be represented there too, because
this could definitely be
because the Eight of
represented
Cups
there.
does talk about maybe possibly going back towards something that you have not quite finished or resolved yet. So it doesn't necessarily say that's a bad thing, but you may want to move there cautiously. Really decide if you need to do that or if you can do that.
Well, I feel like you might be ready, you know, with this Knight here. And then we've got the Rider moving you towards this institution.
So yeah.
So it's possible that maybe, you know, even though we want love in our lives, sometimes the universe has other ideas and is pushing us in a different direction. And that's not to say that love won't happen anyway, but it looks like right now the focus might be elsewhere at the moment. Or as Mr. O has suggested, maybe letting go of something from your past more so you can open yourself up to these new experiences. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Daisy Bear.
Thanks for joining us. Lena is up. What do we got for Lena?
Lena asks, general reading for September, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Daisy. Really appreciate hearing that. We love the feedback. We really do. And I'll have to just say once again, we could not do this without Violet Lotus, our moderator. Because she orders the list so well, there's just no way we could keep track of it anymore. We've really gone beyond the ability to take care of this ourselves, as well as provide, you know, the awesome readings that we are providing.
And Violet is a medium in her own right, and
That's right.
oftentimes offers great advice out there in the chat.
And we love for Violet to chip in once in a while with the slant that she can give to that. But we would also welcome anybody too to make comments on our cards, or, you know, ask us questions, whatever. We love the feedback. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, is it my deck?
Yes, it is.
Bam. Oh, I thought I just...
No,
I
it's
guess
my
I
Moon
didn't.
Baby deck.
You're right. So who are we on? We are on Lena. Okay.
We're on Lena with a reading for September.
Use my Unfolding Path Tarot again. One more.
So Violet, I'm going to be working on the storm energies this evening around this old place. We did have a little bit of leakage in the basement overnight.
Hoping for the best.
Okay, Lena.
Okay, we have Justice reversed. Oh, jeez. Looks like the reversals in this deck. The Page of Pentacles reversed.
Well, I know what Violet would say.
And what's with all these court cards, too? The Page of Swords
Thank you, Violet.
upright.
You absolutely are more than a pretty face, but we've never seen your face, so we're going to assume that you are indeed pretty. What did you say that was?
Page of Swords upright.
Alrighty. And I have the Rider and the Whip. Did you want me to start? So your
She just
general
wants a
reading.
general reading, right?
Mhm.
Well, there's mixed signals here for sure. I feel here there's some imbalances, Lena. You know, there's some imbalances, and again, this is going to sound very much like Mercury retrograde, but you want to know about September. And Mercury will be going direct again in September, but of course not till middle of the month. So there's some imbalances in your life. It could be related to your finances. Like there's like a financial downturn of some sort. Some money you were expecting either does not come through, or some opportunity to make money does not happen. And so it's kind of disappointing to you. I would just say, just try to make decisions that are in your best financial interests during this time. Don't do anything that's going to make matters worse. If you're having a financial shortfall, watch your spending. If you're having other matters in relation to career and you're worried about job security, start communicating and looking for another job. Have a backup plan.
Are those both pages?
Yes.
All right. I
Yeah.
thought so. Okay, so as a general reading, it is about the possible imbalances that you are going to be feeling, throughout September. It could also be, too, that maybe, you might feel that certain decisions will not take everything into account that you would like them to, and that these decisions may be flawed to you in the sense of how fair you think they relate to yourself or your activities. So a sense maybe that you're not necessarily being treated right where people can possibly make decisions that affect you. Now, the Page of Pentacles reversed, it could be saying too, you're losing a little bit of your focus or your ability to focus in September. There may be something behind that. Remember, half of September has Mercury retrograde. The other half is recovery phrase from Mercury retrograde. So that could be about that just really some things are just not going to kind of click into place right away in September, maybe later in September. But ultimately, you will be able to see how to move clearly and maybe with a certain sense of clarity towards your goals. It also could be talking about, too, how you handle the appearance of making those decisions or moving towards those goals. That sometimes it's about how you present your face to the world who maybe needs to see what those decisions are and understand your reason for making them. And so put on a happy face, try to be able to explain with clarity what your needs are. Lenormand.
My one caveat with this deck is, why did they have to put the writing for the page up there in the dark, Mr. O? They had all this room down here in the white where they could have put page. But you can see it's up there. But I mean, that just drives me crazy. But anyway, I like the deck otherwise. It's beautiful. So what I wanted to say here with the Lenormand is I feel as though, Lena, things are going to be, moving kind of fast-paced for you in September. So this was a general reading. I want to throw that out there. So I'm wondering here if maybe this condition will be pretty transitory too, that, maybe by the end of the month you'll be moving towards better conditions, but I'm not really sure. It's just saying there is going to be movement by the end of the month, and hopefully it'll be better, but this is kind of neutral to so I'm not really sure.
Well, you yourself, Violet, feel that, Mercury retrograde is rarely positive, so I'm just going to throw that caveat out there. And I did sort of tie most of this into that. But I think the Lenormand is saying that really, after maybe the worst of that is over in terms of Mercury retrograde, it's really kind of clear sailing. You're quickly picking up the reins again and moving towards your goals. So whatever is going on with that, the sense of some unfairness around you or inability to understand decisions is going to clear up, and probably very quickly. How's that for positive?
Well, it might just mean too that, you're going to have to sweep all this aside. You're going to have to find a way to clean this up. Here's a broom, right? Clean this mess up so that you can move in a better direction. Oh, SP, I think we got to say no. We're done.
Yeah, we're
sorry, you're really late today. We've got 2 more readings to do, Fire Spawn and Violet. So
maybe we'll catch you next time. Don't forget, we are on Sundays, but you do definitely have to come in early. If you come in after a half an hour or so, there is probably no room.
Well, or an hour at the most.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others. And today we would have had room for you if you came a little earlier. We would have fit you in. Sorry.
All right, so now we're on Fire Spawn, who asks, will the Leo message me back soon, or they're not interested in communication with me anymore?
Okay. Well, let's see. 3 cards.
Yes.
Your cards.
And I'm going to use the neon again for the last time today, hopefully.
Okay.
So we're doing it like your 3, or just
3?
Okay, got it.
Because the question is, will they message back soon, or are they not interested in communicating? I mean, we could do a yes/no, but I think no.
We'll do it this way.
Yeah. I don't know why, but when I'm thinking of Mercury retrograde, I'm probably going to want to avoid doing the yes/nos a lot. I just have a feeling we're going to get mixed messages.
But wouldn't that pertain to any card?
Well, we have had a couple today, so yeah. Either way, true that.
I mean, we could get mixed messages from any reading.
True that, Mr. O. True
But let's
that.
go with it. Okay, so will the Leo message you back? Or are they not interested in communication? And there's the King of Swords. It's reversed. And it's followed by the Ten of Wands.
Upright?
It's upright.
Okay. Oh.
And then the Ace of Wands. Is that Ten of Wands? Yes, it is.
And it is upright?
It is upright.
Okay.
Or is it?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Well, what do you think?
You know what? I think it was upright this way. Because the wands look
And I
like
can't
they're
seem to
upright.
find another single card to tell me that. You're right. No, it's reversed.
It is reversed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, the King of Swords, you said. 10 of Wands reversed. And Ace of Wands upright. Well, I could go, boy, this talk about ambiguous again. Well, let's throw this out here to complicate things more. Oh, it's the clover.
The clover.
But you got to climb the mountains to get there.
The grass is greener at the top of the mountain.
So
Maybe.
this is kind of a goofy reading. And so if you're really wondering what's going on here with this person, the King of Swords, gee, I don't know. I almost feel with them reversed that they're kind of aloof and cold right now. Maybe being a little bit standoffish.
Maybe they don't feel they can make a good decision at this time, or that the decision that they would make would probably be a little bit on the harsher side.
Mm-hmm. And the Ten of Wands here, to me, in this case, I don't know why I'm picking it up this way, but because it's usually about burdens starting to ease and lighten up, but I'm almost feeling that this is them trying to figure out, trying to decide if, that there's, how should I say this in the way I want to say it, that there is no, that if they do contact you again, they don't want to have struggles. They don't want to have arguments or fights or anything or stress. They're looking for something that's very easy street, It's almost as if something happened, between the two of you, they just don't want to have to deal with the fallout, That's sort of what I'm getting there.
Yeah, I think they are kind of looking for something that has less of a serious connotation, at least at this time. So the thing is that they may be checking you out to determine if this would be a more casual relationship of any sort, or if it will have what they feel might be baggage.
That's the weirdest thing. And then we've got the Ace of Wands here. So let me put it this way. There's a potential that they could call you back again, that they might. But, they're going to be very kind of hard, and they want things on their terms, That's what I'm getting from these two cards. Or the other thing is, they could be starting something new.
It could be, but they are a Leo, and that Ace of Wands kind of correlates with the Leo energies to say they really do have a sense of things should be their way. It doesn't mean they're a bad person, but they're probably really used to having things the way they want and things to sort of revolve around them more. If you present to them as a person who maybe needs more attention than they think they should be getting, it's hard to say.
So let's say this, if this person could think more clearly, and if they're willing to let go of any baggage or animosities or stresses or strains that they feel from the past, they could potentially want to reconnect with you.
That's fair.
But we have the mountains here and the clover. Now, I think what this is saying is that there are another number of obstacles here, that need to be managed. There's bumps in this road. They need to be managed in order for fate to bring you back together again. And I'm not sure what this is. If this person just has some other situations in their life that they're struggling with right now, but it just seems like it's a struggle to pull you both back together again.
It may be that they find, that something enjoyable with you could happen, but they may feel, maybe for these reasons or other ones, that it's a process to getting there. And so they may be weighing that too, just which we sort of picked up a little bit in there too. Leos tend to want things to be real easy for them. I hate to generalize, but they may want, something that has lower baggage. And if you seem that way to them, then maybe they're going to take their time deciding how they want to do this.
This is kind of bugging me because, the clover is usually a card of very good luck. And it usually, makes things better. So I almost want to say here that if this relationship is meant to be, then the obstacles can be worked out. But, both people, including this person here, he has to be willing to give a little bit. He has to be willing to stop being cold, stop being standoffish, not try to avoid, what might be keeping you apart, but to work it out, to be willing to work out the obstacles in order for this to begin again. I think that the Clover's here to say it could be possible, but a lot's going to ride on this person's attitude.
Clearly.
So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
Violet Lotus.
We're on Violet. You're welcome. Yay.
Or am I and just don't realize it? Hey, could be. Do you want to use your Moon Baby Tarot? I'm going to let him use the Moon Baby Tarot.
Why, I thought you'd never ask. Regular 3 cards?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Just reminding everybody again to watch the emotional exchanges tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And we'll ask those questions too with each card. What emotional qualities are coming to you? Why are they important? And where will it lead to? Also including an affirmation for each of the 4 elemental signs of the zodiac.
I see why you wanted me to do my reading, but let's do 3 cards. I could have done it. I realize that now.
6 of Cups.
Wait, I don't do that for this.
The Chariot reversed. The Queen of Swords. So when I look at the Chariot reversed, it immediately says letting go of something a little bit. Like kind of letting go of control. And you know what? Maybe that's a mediumship thing that sometimes you, and I'm not saying you don't do this, but maybe it's the saying you have to do it more. The idea of sort of letting those things come in more, or maybe, allowing for random factors.
Boy, talk about a wacky reading here, too, because when I see the Queen of Swords, I almost think that's calling upon you to focus, to be kind of more focused on things. But yet we have the Chariot here, which is saying letting go of something. But is it saying to...
Well, maybe it's a quality of both, that you have to, what you need to learn is to know when it's time to focus and when it's time to maybe let random elements enter in. And maybe the key is something...
I think I've got it. I think I've got something here. The 6 of Cups to me may be saying, a lot of times it has to do with past, happy times from the past, but maybe in this case what it's saying, Violet, is something that maybe you used to do, you need to do more of now. You need to bring it back and do more of now. Is it more meditating? Is it more, card play? Is it more speaking with particular and trying to connect with particular guides? Is it doing more dream work, trying lucid dreaming? That's what I'm wondering here. And the Chariot is here just to me to indicate that, yeah, you feel stuck right now. So maybe pulling some techniques or things that you might have let go by the wayside, might help you get unstuck and focus you more.
I like that, because I don't always think that the Queen of Swords is about controlling behavior so much as just saying sometimes a gal or a guy has to do the right thing even when nobody else can respect that necessarily. And sometimes the right thing is about making certain decisions, of course.
Well, you're going to really flip out because I'm not even sure what to do with these Lenormand. There you are.
The lady. The man. Is there something
Is
you
that
want to
Uncle
tell us?
Alan?
Is there something you want to tell us about?
Is that Uncle Alan? Is that Jimmy? Is that somebody, that you need to maybe connect more back with? Is there something here? A message for you from somebody in particular? It seems to me.
I don't know. I'm a little confused by that because these don't come up very often, but I guess it could be saying too that in this sense, maybe this stands for that overall idea of your guides, your spirits, sort of influencing you to understand these things or to just suggest that, there's wisdom here in those thoughts, or at least it's something you need to take in and consider.
More on an esoteric level, maybe. This is talking about balancing the masculine, feminine energies within yourself. With autumn equinox coming, this might be a really good time to try to balance and harmonize, the two sides of your nature. What do you think?
I like that. I mean, when you look at it too, the Chariot is a card of duality, and the Queen sort of has a sense of duality because a decision could go one of two ways. I was just trying to catch what Tidal Wave said.
Oh, okay, cool. Interesting.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
All right, well, maybe that's what it was. I don't know, Tidal, but good luck either way. So it's interesting, Violet. Look for balance and harmonizing, your duality, your nature. And maybe it is talking about meditation. Maybe it is talking about specific guides that you need to reconnect with. But I do feel the key is something that maybe is from your past that really was, a part of your mediumship or part of your work. Your spiritual work that you need to call back upon to break this block you may be feeling.
It could be that first initial sense of, oh my goodness, this thing is really happening to me, and it makes me feel so cool, makes me feel so happy. So maybe this reflection is about the initial experiences you had when you began your mediumship, when you started to feel that these messages were coming to you.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And good luck to everybody. Good luck to Jenna on healing and her new job. Good luck to Tidal. Hoping you receive that check soon. Sherry, good luck to you. Hoping that
good luck to Daisy.
Overwhelmment will, kind of fall into place.
Fire Spawn, everybody. Scorpio. I could read the whole list. And Lilith, of course, our birthday reading for
Happy
today.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to Lilith again. And thanks, everybody, for joining us. Hopefully, we will see you at Happy Hour on Saturday at 4 p.m.
Don't forget, it's going to be 4 p.m. today, or Saturday.
And then Sunday at 2 p.m. for our next live show. So take care, everybody. Have a great evening. Fingers crossed for us over here storm-wise. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.